Hi everyone, today we are in Dubrovnik Airport. We're going to show you how you get from Dubrovnik Airport to the city, and we are also going to explain you how you go in other places. Now we are just at the arrivals point. This is basically where you're going to come out. From here, you will walk out the airport, find your transportation, or you will do like we are going to do today. You're going to go to a desk right over here. You're going to buy a few tickets for the shuttle bus because this is one of the easiest way to get from Dubrovnik Airport to the center. Once you get out, you basically walk over here. You see there's a small little booth here. Here you get shuttle bus tickets, and you can also get some cash if you need it. You have a huge selection. Whatever flavor you want in terms of money, it's the same coming out, but you have different ATM machines to choose between. So, and here basically the shuttle works like this. It goes to the old town. It stops at Ploče gate. That's one of the two main gates to the old town. Or you can go down to the bus, get off the bus at the main bus station. Tickets, €10. Of course, if you buy a return immediately, it's only €15, €7.5 each way. So really a cheap way of getting to the town. And the bus operates connected with the flight schedule, so it changes depending on the year. But when you get to this time of the year, I think it's roughly at least once an hour, probably in many times during the day, every half hour or something like that, the bus will be operating. You always can look it up on the website if you want to do it. But the good thing is if you buy a ticket, it's basically valid for the next bus. So just buy a ticket, go out, next bus is driving, you jump on it, so you don't have to worry about anything. So this was basically about the shuttle. Now we're going to go outside of the airport. So, and if you do a shuttle like we do, I will just start with showing you that. Out of the gate to the right, you see a sign, shuttle bus. You basically go out here and wait, and the bus is going to come and pick you up, and that's it. Then you go to Dubrovnik. You will anyway see later in the movie, we're going to go on the bus, and we will take the trip to Dubrovnik, so you'll see the nice views you're gonna enjoy, especially when you're sitting in a bus because you're a little bit higher up, so you're actually gonna see Dubrovnik when you drive in. If you do it with a car, they have this fence, so you'll not be able to see that much. It's important to say, sit, there's a secret tip, catch a seat on the left side at the window if you wanna enjoy the views on Dubrovnik. Of course, not everybody can do that, but if you have the chance and bought early, then I would recommend you to do that. So what is else there to you? So you see down here all the way you have taxis, and if you order an Uber on Bolt, they will park out here in the middle, and you will get off here. If you should have rented a car and you want to pick it up, you can see all these booths over there. You see all the names of the different rental companies. So you walk over there, arrange the stuff with your car, and then you pick it up. They have some parking over there. You will get informed exactly where you find your car. So this is basically small airport, and there's not, any moving in between terminals and everything. It's pretty straightforward when you get out, and I think from after exiting the arrivals, 1 hour later, regardless of which way you choose, you will be in Dubrovnik. There's 2 more transport options you can think about. You can book a private transfer. That one is neat because you don't need to worry about all this outside. He will be standing in front of the arrivals with a sign with your name, take you out to the car, help you with the luggage, super easy. So that's definitely something you could consider. And then of course, there's also public buses running from the main road, but they're very scarce. So if you're lucky that it arrives at the point, that one is a little bit cheaper, maybe around €5, but considering the shuttle is 7.5 each way and it runs all the time, I don't know if it's worth the hassle, because also the city buses are not kind of made for transporting big luggage, but I just wanted to let you know that that option also exists. So that's basically it. We're gonna wait for the shuttle, and once the shuttle is here, we're gonna go ready to take that one, and then I'm gonna give you some more information on the way, and we're gonna enjoy some great views because we already arranged with the driver that we are gonna get the left side of the bus. And we just saw this sign out here because, of course, not everybody is going to Dubrovnik town, but this is the official taxi price list. And here you have a lot of other destinations where you will have to, okay, Dubrovnik is the one we covered where I said all the options. But if you're going to anywhere else, In most cases, the only option is taking a taxi, at least if you want to go direct. So here you see a price list, what kind of prices you should expect. In some cases, you can take an Uber on this stuff, but if you're doing the stuff which is outside of Croatia, probably it will be very hard to catch an Uber. Many destinations like Makarska, Split, you can reach them for way less money if you simply take the shuttle to the bus station, and then you have frequent buses to Split, which cost, here 410. I think a bus from Split to Dubrovnik to Split would be 25 euros. So plus the 7.5, the 10 euro for one way with the shuttle. So that's 35 euros. So even if you're 4 persons, this is an expensive way of travel. But of course, you see it's convenient. So just that you're aware of these things. And you see now we have the shuttle coming with a sign in the front. Off we go. Dubrovnik next up. Oh, there's a nice cool temperature in here. Now, and the Dubrovnik Airport here is roughly 22, 23 kilometers out of Dubrovnik itself. So it takes 30 to 35 minutes depending on the traffic to get into town. Dubrovnik Airport. Bye bye Dubrovnik Airport. So very soon we are going to see the sea the first time, and we can actually see Dubrovnik already, but on the camera it's a bit hard. So, and basically, maybe to sum it up, why we are driving here until we get the nice views, which we're going to show you. So there was 5 ways to get from the airport, and starting from the cheapest is the public bus. Runs from the main road and is very infrequent, so it's not super convenient. But that one could take you to Dubrovnik for about 5 euro. The second cheapest is the one we are on, shuttle bus with a return ticket, 7.5 euro each direction. Single ticket is 10 euro, and this one would let you off 2 places in Dubrovnik, directly at the old town or at the bus station, which is near the ferry port. So it's super easy if you also need to go to some of the islands. The shuttle bus is very frequent. Its schedule is timed after the arrivals of the planes. In main season, count that probably every half hour there will be a shuttle bus departure during the main part of the day. So the third cheapest option would probably be an Uber or Bolt. But as you know, the prices vary depending on demand. So it can be really good price. It can also be a higher price if there's a high demand. You never know. The fourth option, and the super most convenient, is of course to book a private transfer, because somebody's going to be waiting at you when you come out of the arrivals. You don't have to think about where to find stuff. Somebody will basically guide you all the way and take you to exactly the place you live. So super convenient. And the fifth option is of course taxis, which are directly outside when you come out, and they would also take you to all the way, but they are also the most expensive. The sign we showed you earlier, the price was 50 euros to Dubrovnik. I think everything else is definitely cheaper. Now we start getting to the really nice places, and we're gonna have a good view. And the first village we're gonna pass is called Plat. I think we will be able to see some of the nice beaches. Small village, but still. Yeah, turquoise water. So if you just had 2 hours in a plane, sweating, and plus all the hassle with the airport, this is exactly where you want to go. And as you will notice, the landscape where we are driving is quite steep. So unfortunately I have no good news for you. When you get to Dubrovnik, it's going to be the same. So prepare for a holiday with a lot of stairs. And as soon as we leave Plat, we enter the next village on the way, Soline. And soon we are in one of my favorite villages along the coast here. But it's basically down here. So look at this. This is Mlini. And we are entering the town officially now, or the village officially now. But super neat, small coastal town. Place you can easily visit with boat from Dubrovnik. So if you're up for a more relaxing day during your stay in Dubrovnik, take a boat out to one of these villages. Totally otherwise, just totally chill. And now we are passing by the last coastal village here, Srebreno. Also very nice. It has beaches, which has a little bit pebble when you walk into the water, maybe the first 2, 3 meters. There's some rocks, pebble, but as soon you get over that, it's just sandy bottom and shallow water. So if you bring some kids who wants to play around, great place. And you're on holiday in Dubrovnik, so you're not going to see many shopping malls, but here we are going to pass now the biggest shopping mall in this area. And that's how right here, you see it's not big, but this is the biggest. So if you need to do a little bit stocking up of stuff, you need to go out here. If you need to go to other places than Dubrovnik, I mean the places further away, you have the Dubrovnik ferry port, which is next to very close to the bus station, where you have option to travel to Portugal, to Millet, to Island Mar, Island Branch, and even to Split with fast ferries. And then you have smaller islands like you can also go to. By the way, you can also go to Lastovo, and then you have ferries to the Elefati Islands, smaller islands just outside of Dubrovnik. So now we have an island here in front of us. That's Island Lokrum. It's a protected nature reserve, something you can easily visit from Dubrovnik. It's only 10 minutes, 15 minutes by boat. It costs 30 euros to visit the island because it's a protected area. It's actually under UNESCO together with Dubrovnik, but really a neat place to go. So highly recommended. So now we can see Dubrovnik. See, now you really can see the city. So that's where we're going. See. Wow, 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 wow. So now, of course, we need to drive a little bit downhill again to end close to the old town. So I think we started the descent, yes, the second one today after the plane. So, and here we are actually passing the things you saw here above us. That was the cable car. So if you want to go up and have a fantastic view on Dubrovnik, then try to go up with the cable car to the top of the mountain, then you will see So maybe one thing important to know now, we are passing the cable car. And when you take the airport bus in the opposite direction, that's where you'll have to get on it if you want to get on it in the city. It doesn't, you can't get on the same place as you get out, simply because of one-way streets and stuff. The bus station, of course, is valid for both directions. So the Ban Beach down there. And as you can see, it's very close to the old town. So we, by the way, also have a video where we visited all the beaches in Dubrovnik, and I can tell you this is not the best one. And what we are passing here is a lazaret. So that's basically where the soldiers used to stay. So now we are at Ploče Gate. Basically the entrance to the old town is just in front of us. And this is the first stop of the shuttle bus. So when we turn here, you will see the Ploče Gate clearly. So here it is. And you just walk in there and you are in the old town of Dubrovnik. So now we're continuing to the bus station, which is in the city part called Gruž. I think roughly 3 kilometers from here. So basically we are driving around the old town. And as you can see, most of it is one-way street and quite narrow, so it's not easy with a bigger bus. And now we are at the Pile Gate, the second main entrance to the old town. And you can see quite a few people here. Now we're getting out in the main port area where the bus station and the ferry ports are. Here excursion boats. There's two places from Dubrovnik where you can go on tours. It's from the Gruž, this port here in Gruž, or the other port is the Old Town port. Both of them have several tours available. So depending on where you stay, it might make sense to go from one or the other. And now we are almost at where you will see all the fast ferry departure. Basically, it's after these boats which are here, you will have the fast ferries. You see out on the end of the pier over here, there's one fast ferry, and they will also be parked or moored here at the end. And here's the official port building. So we are almost at the end station. So now we're at the bus station. Autobus Nikololo. We just need to turn here, and then we're gonna have he's gonna park the bus, and that's it. You can see in front of us we also have the cruise port here. So if you redecide your, you know, what you want to do in your holiday, you know, after you've seen Dubrovnik on the way in here, you can also jump on a cruise ship here, go somewhere else. So we're gonna go on platform number 8, I think. Let's see if I'm right. Yes, I'm right. So that's it. Now we are at the Dubrovnik Bus Station. So we're just gonna let the other people get out of the bus. So we now reached the Dubrovnik Bus Station, the final point of our tour. Hope you enjoyed the video, and now you have an idea how you are going to get from the Dubrovnik Airport to Dubrovnik. At least there's plenty of options We just took this bus just to show you one option, you know, but it's up to you to figure it out. Thanks for watching. Till the next one, thank you very much.